Welcome to a special birthday slash proof of life episode of the channel. As you can tell, I am in a new setting today, a setting that is still a little bit echoey because I've not actually done a sound treatment. But yes, I'm sitting in what will soon be the new Retro Bassin studio here in Northeast Florida. It has been a minute since I put out a video, so today, over the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you what we've been up to and what lies ahead on the channel. Stick around.
Retro Bassin, kicking some ass and wearing rayon jackets. Thinking about Bill Dance, watching these fish prance through my Ray-Ban glasses. Ain't nothing better than 40-year-old lures coming off of Zepco 33. Out on the bass boat, making beer cans float, doing some trespassing. Fishing it old school, this old stuff rules. Welcome to Retro Bassin.
Well, if you subscribe to this channel, you know that we've been a little bit silent, perhaps on a little bit of a hiatus the past few weeks, kind of creeping into the month territory. So to start the episode, I thought I would read a message I recently got on Instagram from a bassin bud that kind of sums up about a dozen other very similar messages I got from folks around the country. So this message comes to us from one of my followers on Insta, Mr. Clark Daly. Well, this may be random because we haven't met yet, but we've crossed paths at several lure shows. Anyway, I've noticed that you've been more quiet on socials and YouTube the past couple weeks, and wanted to check in to make sure that everything is okay and let you know that you are missed when we don't see you often. Well, Clark, I am definitely okay, and thank you for checking in, Bassin Bud, and other Bassin Buds that also checked in with me. Yes, we had been on a little bit of a hiatus here on the channel for a couple of reasons, but probably the biggest one is that we are in the middle of a move. And we finally landed in Northeast Florida, and I'm in the process of converting the office, to the brand new and hopefully improved Retro Bassin studio. I will give you guys a brief tour of the studio. There's really not much going on yet, but there will be in future episodes. But more than anything, I want to kind of take you guys on this little journey and also thank you for sticking around. So behind me is something that I have dreamed of doing for a long, long time. This is a giant, I think it is a 8x8 area of pegboard that I picked up and actually installed into the wall. Being a collector of old lures, and in particular new in the package old lures, I always wanted to set up my own little tackle shop. I got inspired by, I think it was Jim's Rebate Tackle in South Texas, and talking to a couple of different Bassin buds, they suggested this would be a great idea. So I am going to do just that. This is sort of a blank canvas, and I'll show you what I have here. I have got a few boxes of these classic pegboard hooks. Behind me, I've got enough old tackle to outfit a Bass Pro Shops. So in an upcoming episode, I'll probably have my little Bassin buds, Waylon and Caroline, help me outfit the new Retro Bassin wall. I am so excited for this one. I actually was looking at some lures. It was really hard not to just go ahead and do this because I've just been thinking about this wall for a long, long time. Something I wish I did in our Texas studio, never got around to it. But as I'm digging through some of the old lures, I feel like it is a little bit of a walk down memory lane of the channel. Some different lures I've picked up at different shops, and I cannot wait to slap some of them up on the wall. So in setting up this studio, I'll kind of give you a little tour of what is to come. But one of the goals for me was to make this space as conducive as possible to putting out various kinds of content. Not only do I want to film some YouTube episodes here, I'd also like the ability to do live streams, perhaps some whatnot auctions, and of course take some pictures for Instagram as well as the soon-to-be online tackle shop. I got inspired by a video recently I watched of Peter McKinnon talking about his studio, and the goal for me is to make this functional in a lot of ways, but also really filmable from different angles. And that's kind of the goal. I've got a plan for each of these 4 walls, and I'll kind of show you that real quickly. And over the next couple episodes, we will start outfitting what is hopefully going to be a pretty epic studio slash man cave. So I will unhook a camera here. So over here on the other side, here is a bunch of tackle boxes. This is all new in the package tackle that I cannot wait to get on the pegboard. Here is going to be my desk area with a little live stream camera. I've still got the main equipment over at the rental property right now, so as soon as we get it over here, this will be that area. Got some Retro Bassin hats, soon to be for sale. And we're gonna have some tackle boxes and some displays up yonder. But now I'm gonna take you out into the garage and also the front yard to show you what else we have in store for you on the Retro Bassin channel. So let's get a good angle. I'll go around here. A little bit of a rainy day. I was hopefully gonna fish today, but we'll see what happens. So here is the garage. I will turn the camera around so that you can see a little bit better. But there is the classic retro wagon in good shape, cleaned up and ready to roll. And it's got some gear on it I kind of have to get off, but I am going to be making a trip out to a couple lakes in Northeast Florida real soon. But just next to the retro wagon is another little vessel. This is a boat that we picked up recently. Waylon has dubbed it the Trout Scout, but this is a nice little 18-foot Scout that we picked up to do some saltwater fishing here in Northeast Florida. So yeah, my garage has 2 boats in it right now. Pretty excited about that. I need to kind of get the trolling motor fixed here, but at least the old Trout Scout has already got a Retro Bassin sticker. So that is the garage, sort of still in a state of, well, flux right now, but hopefully we will get those 2 boats rolling real soon. And now I'm going to take you to what is probably the most exciting part of the property, both for me and also for Caroline and Waylon. And that is right across the street in this neighborhood is a little private pond. I have not named this thing yet, by the way, so I was thinking either calling this the Retro Reservoir, perhaps the Bassin Bud Bayou. I know John and Linda fish Donkeyland. This might be Dinkyland, I don't know, but right behind me is a pretty sweet, actually existing lake, which was already here in this neighborhood. When we were moving in, I saw a 5-pound bass bedding up, and I've seen some giant shiners swimming around, so I have no doubt there are some big fish in here. We haven't caught any yet, but hopefully in the upcoming weeks, I'm gonna get Caroline and Waylon out here and hopefully catch their PB right in our front yard. So if you are a old school subscriber to this channel, you know that one of the first episodes I did that actually did pretty well was a cream versus Googan episode. Me and my buddy Bluetooth Brandon were fishing on a little spot called Onion Creek with this exact bait, a 6-inch cream scoundrel worm, previously known as the wiggle bait. It's funny, I've actually been meaning to do more cream stuff since then. For whatever reason, I've not gotten around to it, so I figured today would be a great day to try to catch another one on a cream as a little homage to the early days of the Retro Bassin channel. There are some pretty gnarly looking Florida thunderstorms on the horizon, but hopefully we can get a fish before too long, before I have to run for cover. And again, at least I don't have to run that far. There's a nice little stump up here. Woo! By the way, testing out some new gear as well. Got a new little microphone you can probably see hanging out on my Retro Bassin shirt. Hopefully this will give you a little bit better audio in situations like this where we are kind of walking down the bank, fishing and filming. There's got to be a bass here. Nice little stormy day. Woo! Come on, cream worm. Yeah, it's a neat little lake. As you can tell, there is this sort of a barrier around the whole perimeter of it, which I like because I've got 2 little, gator snack sized kiddos. And oh, there's something hidden. Got a fish. There's one. Well, first fish on film at the new place. Not quite as big as I hope, but a nice little largemouth bass. This little pond has a ton of little fish like this, so there are definitely some bigger boys or bigger girls in here. But either way, we will not pop too many of these today, but nice to finally get one about as long as the worm. Now there is a nice bass. It's just up this way, sitting on a bed. At least it was yesterday. Oh, there we go. Got that one. Now that is a skinny looking little largemouth. Oh my goodness, he's all head. All right, little bass number 2 for the day. I only brought one worm with me, so when this worm goes, I guess I'm done. That's all right. I'm already gonna get in trouble for catching fish if the kids aren't here. Oh. Oh, I lost one. That was a little better fish too. I was just speed reeling and it came up and got it. Oh man. All right, let's get one more and we'll call it a day. Otherwise, Waylon and Caroline are gonna kill me. Fishing in their honey hole while they're at school, that's like the dirtiest dad trick in the book, isn't it? This looks like a good little corner. Ooh. A little dinkster. What's funny is these bass have definitely been fighting off the turtles. There's a few snapping turtles in here and they've definitely left their mark on some of these little guys. Well, clearly I am a little bit rusty at both filming and fishing, but did manage to hopefully get an episode up and also catch a few fish, albeit small, on some old school baits. So thanks again, Bass and Buds, for hanging with us during this little self-induced hiatus, but definitely stick around because we've got some really fun stuff in the hopper here at Retro Bassin. In the meantime, if you guys are looking for some more old school content, you can click right here. Otherwise, I will see you right back here, hopefully same time, same place. And until then, keep that carpet side up and definitely fish it old school.
Fishing it old school, this old stuff rules. Welcome to Retro Bassin.